Where are you going to? Let's see. Let's get it framed nice. Look at those clouds. Pretty. Pretty, pretty. Pretty damn pretty, I gotta say. I'm about to dumpster as many flies as possible. Dumpster them all. What? Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. What's up, Z? I ain't seen you in a hot minute, homie. Been like half a year since I seen you. What you been up to? Yeet 'em. I've been definitely trying to skirt out of California or out of the valley. No can make it. A man who eats avocado. Do you really eat avocado? Do we just DM Pessimist Productions on Patreon and Ugly Politician? No, there's a thread on Patreon for patrons only, where you can just leave a link to their website or a picture of them or something in that thread on the Patreon, or you can just DM it to me on Twitter or Discord. It's Paul's Ego in both of those places. Should be easy to find me. I don't go to sleep, yeah, I'm wide awake. If you try to come up to my place. What time is it? 8:20. Still doing the sub gump thing? Still doing it? No, I mean I've never stopped doing it, and I probably never will stop doing it now. Do we have to be friends in order to DM on Discord? I don't think so, but maybe. I don't know. Just fucking hit me up on Twitter. I really don't know how Discord works, to be honest with you. Pretty sure you can DM me, but I don't know. I don't know for sure. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't really feeling it this morning either, but I decided to give it a shot. Good morning, bro, from Indonesia. Hello, Indonesia. Anything new with the watch collection? Nope. Nope. I got absolutely reamed out completely by taxes this year. And there's going to be no luxury purchases or discretionary purchases for me for quite some time. Ni hao ma. Hing gao xing ran shini. Could you repeat your watch collection? Nope. interest in Taoism. So I'm going to throw this out there. I'm not trying to be a dick. This is a common one. It's not peaked, okay? It's pronounced peaked, but the word is Piquued, I believe. Peaked. I'm not trying to be a dick about it. I'm just helping you out. It's a very common one. Peaked is pronounced peaked. Well, it could be, yes. Peaked. Peaked, yeah, sick. You look a little peaked. Yeah, I don't know, man. I actually never knew it was peaked. There you go. Most folks don't. I'm a little bit tistic about the English language. I'm a little bit tistic about it. Why, hello there. Why, hello there. Someone donates $100. Would you stop smoking? Nobody can donate to me here. I don't turn on, so no, actually. No. You ever mess with wax? Are you a bud guy? Just bud. Not a big fan of wax. I have had it, but not my thing. Ah, Brazil. Home of the big, giant, bouncy butts. Home of the big, giant, bouncy butts. You ever rode in a lowrider? Yup. Yup. My friend Josh, his brother, had a guillotined 66 Impala. And it was sick. Exactly do the Freemasons do? Now, what up, E-Train? I don't know, man. What was a Hispanophile from California? What do you think? Yeah. It works well. Yeah, I've killed spiders with it. I haven't killed a wasp with it, but I will tell you right now that it will kill a wasp. May not kill it outright, but it'll knock its fucking wings off, which is basically how it kills flies as well. The salt shreds their wings and they can't fly. Typically, it doesn't kill them outright. Maybe a big talk. How do you feel about the dock strike resolution? I feel good about it. I think that a lot of people, like, one of the saddest things about the dock workers strike to me is how many people misunderstand the impetus of a labor strike. It's like people are going like, man, these dock workers doing this right now is just like they're trying to make everybody suffer and blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, yeah, you find a point that's like a pressure fulcrum, and you apply pressure to it. Right now, dock workers are not ignorable. We need them to be offloading cargo. We need them to be bringing fucking things in. And when you are most needed, and you've exhausted your options for a contract negotiation, you strike, and you put as much hurt on the company and people in general as you possibly can, to remind both the company and the people what stevedores of the dock workers union do. Right? That's the point. Like, that's the whole point of doing it that way. Right? And there are people like, oh, these fuckers, at least wait until after. It's like, no, you don't wait until after you're needed to apply the pressure. You do it while you're needed. So as far as I'm concerned, the people that are responsible for stuff not moving through the ports right now are the companies who refuse to sign a fair contract with the stevedores union. If they did that, then the ports would be running like fucking clockwork. So all they got to do is pay their workers what they're worth. And everybody gets their cheap Walmart shit. See how it works? But if you're gonna fuck over the workers at the fucking docks, you're gonna fuck over stevedores, then you're gonna have to wait for your shit until you're ready to stop fucking them over. That's the whole principle of a labor strike. Apply maximum pressure and maximum economic destruction or economic pain to a company so that they are incentivized to come to an agreement with you and sign that contract. See? How that works? Yep. I'm telling you, man. I've said it before, dude. Class consciousness is at an all-time low ebb in this country. An all-time low ebb. There are people out there that think it's more important to simp for a politician than for workers like them. Oh, this one might be fun. Shot one right off the edge of my phone, bro. That was cute. Yep. The more money workers have, the more money workers are spreading around your community, the more money workers are pumping into local businesses and the local economy, the better off everybody is in America. No, I don't only buy made in America products. People ain't shopping at the local butcher and spending the premium if they ain't got it, yeah. Yep. Viking man. Would you would you like to be pillaged? Is that what's going on? Would you like to have your village pillaged? I will pillage your village. I will plunder your shit. Makes me so frustrated that people can be so unbelievably shallow on their opinion towards workers' rights. Well, it's not even really, I guess it is shallowness, but it's just a lack of class consciousness and class solidarity. It's died. It's been functionally dismantled. And so people don't know how to take the backs of workers anymore. They don't understand the battle that's going on. And as such, you've got, like I said, a low ebb of class consciousness in this country right now. Yep, fuck you, got mine. Fuck the doomed, you're on your own. My favorite hobby besides salting flies. I got a number of hobbies, yeah. I mean, I've been a video game dork since the 80s, so that's a hobby. I'm a huge movie buff, a music buff. Those are both hobbies. I'm currently learning Mandarin. You know, I've got a number of hobbies. I collect watches. That's a hobby. Yeah, I've got a number of little hobbies, I think. Oh. I need the cyber spine stat. I need Elon Musk to invent the cyber spine, and I will be the first test subject of the cyber spine, okay? Let's do it. I'm down. I'm a good candidate. Just rip out my spine and put a cyber spine in there. We had decades of anti-working class, pull yourself up propaganda pushed on us from childhood, so I hate it. But I can have some empathy, yeah. Paul wants an exoskeleton, yeah. Or an endoskeleton. I would prefer an endoskeleton. I don't have to wear a big bulky thing if I don't have to, but that's probably what it'll be first. It'll be like an exoskeletal thing first, and then eventually I'll be dead and gone, having suffered my whole life with a broken back, but eventually people won't have to suffer like that anymore. That's the hope anyway, right? If you make it to Canada someday, you can rock around town with one of my wrist wreckers, be a big baller for a week. Oh. Okay. E-Train's got the big Papa watches. There will be immortality in our lifetime. You sure about that? Are you sure about that?
If there is immortality, we ain't getting it. It's gonna be rich only.
Yeah. Yeah. You ain't getting it. Ever. As soon as I realized the weakness of my flesh, it disgusted me. I desired the strength and certainty of steel.
I notice, like, later in Duolingo, they're not really highlighting every new word and phrase.
And sometimes they just drop them on you.
Yeah.
And you've got it, but what it's trying to do, I figured it out because it's really moving now. They're forcing you to look at the Hanzi, and they're showing you words that have part of something that you've learned already in them. One of the Hanzi characters that you've already drawn is in there somewhere. It just taught me last night when I was going through that the square in a Hanzi, if you just have a square, that means mouth.
Yeah.
So if you look at things like Chonga starts with that long square rectangle. Eating, Shu is also that
Mhm.
that it starts with that open square. So that always means mouth or something to do with the mouth. So it's starting to teach me that shit. But I had to go to you should look at this, because like it told me like before you do this lesson, here's a tip or something.
Yeah.
And it had a whole read out on how the square means mouth and how other kanjis are that way. Sometimes they represent physically, visually something, an idea. And so it's really taught me, and I was doing good. Like at the beginning, it was really hard, but once I learned that I was looking for that one part of the Hanzi, then it became easier for me. So I think that's what it's doing. It's trying to slowly introduce to you that in order to fully understand Chinese, you need to kind of
Be able to puzzle out some.
Yep, you need to be able to puzzle out some words and put together some Hanzis. Paul, what is your exercise routine? Since you mentioned weight loss journey on Onion Nuggets, I don't really have an exercise routine.
You have like a yoga thing that you do.
I do yoga and squats, and I haven't done squats in 2 days because I didn't blow it out, but my knee has just been sore as shit, so I can't really do squats with those. But I do stretches every day. Most of the weight loss, whatever it is, I don't know what it's going to be when I go and visit. I don't think I've lost as much weight as I think I've lost, but we'll see. Next week, I'll go see the doctor and weigh in officially. But yeah, most of that has just been dietary change. It's been a year now.
Well, that's how all weight loss is, really. It's very hard to lose weight solely with exercise.
Right. Exercise accelerates weight loss, but
only so much. Like the vast majority of calories you burn every day is just staying alive.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm not obsessed over the number. Like I'm not like.
You just don't want to see it go up again,
No.
basically.
Yeah, I don't want to gain weight. I'd like to steadily be losing weight until I get to a more healthier weight. And so far, so good. The last time I was in at the doctor's, I weighed something like 320, down from 360, and that was a couple months ago. So I'm expecting to be under 300. I don't know. I don't think by much, but that's my expectation, is that when I go weigh in over there, I'll be like 290 something.
But if not,
the end of the world. It's not the end of the world, no.
Yeah, like I said, you just don't want to go up again. You start going up again, then
then it's a problem.
Yeah. I've lost a little weight too since you started losing weight. Not nearly as fast, but.
Well, we're just eating the same stuff now, pretty much.
Just what you need to lose 2 pounds a week is like what I need to lose like a quarter pound a week or something.
Always meant to ask either you or TJ, could you explain more of your thoughts on gender abolitionism? My personal thoughts on it are that traditional gender roles and gender identity are not useful in modern society anymore, and that people should not be forced at societal gunpoint to adopt those gendered roles and identities if they don't choose to have them. So I'm not necessarily a hard gender abolitionist. I'm I don't know what you would call it. You
want to expand the definitions, maybe?
I just want the definitions to be less rigid and less applicable to people who don't want to accept them.
Yeah.
I don't think that you have to be a man if you don't want to be a man. I don't think you have to be, necessitates then, if you don't want to be a man, that you have to be a woman. I think that that's old, outmoded thinking. Mostly like Western European kind of societal thinking, and I don't want it. I don't think it's I don't think it's gender abolitionism, because I'm not looking to look, I'm comfortable being a man. I've always felt I'm a man. I've never struggled with my gender identity, and I don't think that people that are like me should be forced to abandon their manhood or womanhood as a term. But yeah, gender reformist. Okay, well there you go. That sounds about right to me. Gender reformism.
Because I feel like with like full on gender abolition, it's like degrading people's identity a little bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's taking a group of people's desire to transcend traditional gender roles and definitions.
And like putting them in a box of like you are above gender.
Well, not only that, but you're taking people who are gendered and who are comfortable with their assigned at birth gender and forcing them to ditch how they see themselves in order to no. Like that's why gender abolitionism doesn't make much sense to me. Trans politics is hilarious. I can't wait till we look back on the absurdity of it. What's absurd about it to you?
Well, I feel like most trans people aren't even gender abolitionists.
No. The type of shit that I'm talking now is a relatively radical position, even amongst the trans left.
Yeah.
Like the idea that, you know, I want to see gendered assignment and stuff be more of a choice from individual people and less of a assigned at birth thing is pretty wild, even in the trans community. Right? And so,
like most trans people are just like, you know what, I don't fit into this, so I'm gonna be the opposite, and that's what makes me happy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I'm not a trans person, so I don't know.
Yeah. It's so fucking crazy.
What?
Just the never-ending supply of flies.
I know. I don't know where they come from either. It's like they just. But that's like it's part of the heat.
Mm-hmm.
The animals that typically snip up all these flies are not doing well in the heat.
We see the birds out early in the morning, but they're before they were like when it's cooler, they're just out all the time. But
Yep.
now they like only pop out when it's like super cool. Oh, there's a big old squirrel in the tree over there. You see him?
Mm-mm. I can't spot him. Oh, I do see him. He's little. It's a little squirrel. Oh no.
I don't know. It looks pretty big if you think of how far away it is.
Maybe. He looks little to me.
It's a couple squirrels.
He looks a bit little to me. Wow. Yeah, there's a pair of squirrels. Cutie patooties. Oh,
I've never been much of a squirrel chaser.
Ugh.
Had a little crisis inside.
Yeah. I dropped the bug assault on my fucking toe. It came off the kitchen island. I had it sitting like this. Went to grab something else. It fell. And I swear to God, it did this in midair and landed on my big toe like this. Like directly, like that's my big toe. It was like, ah! Dude, I have one toenail, my right toenail. I rolled this toe one time while I was running barefoot as an adult and popped the nail off of it. And once you've done that, there's a good chance that you've injured your cuticle bed and your toenail never really grows back straight ever again.
Yeah.
You can see how crookedy my toenail is over there. So that's I've been through that mess. I'm so glad when our country moves on from trans people as a cultural issue. Yeah. Well, I think that time is close.
It's back to them immigrants again.
Yep. If you look at this electoral cycle versus the 2020 cycle, trans people are hardly even an issue anymore, politically speaking. Nobody's really running with their front foot for or against trans people. So the
yeah, it's abortion and it's immigration.
Mm-hmm. The American cultural fascination with Puritanism has moved to a new target. That doesn't mean that we won't cycle back to trans people and queer people eventually, but
it's not what they're focusing on.
As of right now, the focus is not on the so-called gay agenda or trans agenda thing. Bro, I'm just going to let you know, you're banned, and here's why. You have a below 75 IQ. Or gay is going to just get you smacked out, bro. 75 plus required to speak in my chat. But yeah, no, immigrants are next. And it's pretty common when there's economic woes. See, here's something that I think, and this is a little bit wild. I think that the focus on immigrants this electoral cycle is actually about more than just the need for a unifying problem. I think that in times of economic hardship, the political and ruling class start to attack immigrants and migrants because they are a good economic scapegoat. It's hard to say these trans people are responsible for your factory closing or your grocery prices or any of that, but Mexicans, Hispanic people in general, make a really good scapegoat for that. So I think the writing is on the wall. I think the politicians know some shit that we don't know. I think they know the house of cards is wobbling and we're about to be in economic dire straits, and they're warming us up to blame Hispanic folk.
Well, I think too, like I go back to fucking Kamala Harris's the next wars will be for water.
Mm-hmm.
I think they see the writing on the wall with climate refugees, and they want to turn people against them.
Yeah, I think you're probably right about that. Why do Hispanic people make such a good scapegoat? Because they embody everything that America pretends to celebrate. Hard work, good faith, honest labor, and a desire to feed their families and improve their lot in life. They embody that. Hispanic migrants are the actual physical human embodiment of that. They come here, are willing to be persona non grata everywhere they go, and work for pennies on the dollar for the barest fucking possibility of increasing their family's lot in life, making it more comfortable for their family back home or here in the States. And that's it. I grew up in an area that was 70% Hispanic. If you go with the census and factor in non-census taking Hispanic migrants, 70 to 75% Hispanic. I grew up in an area, an agricultural area. I watched these people work. I watched these people migrate. And I never once saw one of them that was anything like the leech that is described by an American right-winger. Never once. Never once saw anybody squatting out an anchor baby and just coming here to suck up the fucking welfare. The migrants that I saw were all out in the goddamn fucking field, stooped over in the heat, picking fucking strawberries and shit. Period. So that's why they make a good scapegoat. Because their industriousness and their work ethic make them hireable here. They're willing to do whatever they need to do. The truth will not be hidden. Grew up in Oxnard. Immigrant farm workers get after it. Yeah. I know Oxnard. I wonder what your dad's thought on your migrant neighbors as a union leader and all. My parents were pretty fucking anti-immigrant in their attitudes, I would say. Say I love the new view. It's bringing me closer to nature / God. You bring me closer to God. You can have my isolation. You can have the hate. Why do they keep saying you were talking to a minor? You mean they being the one spammer that said I talked to his 13-year-old sister? You mean they? So you're the alt of the spammer. You see what I mean? You're really you're trying to force the meme. You've gotta insinuate the meme in a better way. I'm gonna try and train you to be a better troll. I just tuned in. What the hell, dude? Yeah, dude. Big triple question marks, bro. Racist Jewish caricature for a PFP. Name Jewish tunnel resident. And he just tuned in, guys. He just tuned in, guys, and wants to know why there is this movement of one guy that spammed ridiculous bullshit, guys. He wants to know. See what I mean? This is what the internet has done to humanity. That guy came into your backyard and said some stupid shit. You'd slap his mouth and throw him to the curb. But on the internet, he comes back wearing Groucho Marx fucking disguise sunglasses and says the same shit. That working out for everybody? See what I mean? Homeboy probably has 10 to 15 alts, and he's going to burn them all here today. Think about it. Dumb as a bag of hammers. Sub-gump. Who is this guy? Just somebody with a hate boner, man. Somebody who desperately, desperately needs negative attention because mommy didn't love him and daddy didn't care. Daddy didn't give attention. to the boy and the fact that mommy didn't care. King Jeremy the wicked ruled this world. Jeremy spoken. Yep. No, fourth. That's the fourth alt. Got the original, got the guy that was pretending not to be the guy, and two more after that. 4 alts, count them. In the meantime, I'm just going to go ahead and turn on the fucking slow mode. Message delay. Yeah, it's going to be Rattler. There we go. Now there'll be no more spamming. This is why we can't have nice things. Clearly I remember picking on the boy. Seemed a harmless little fuck. Ooh, but we unleashed a lion. Gnashed his teeth and bit the recessed lady's breast. How could I forget? And he hit me with a surprise left. My jaw left hurting. Ooh, dropped wide open. Just like the day. Oh, like the day I heard. Daddy didn't give affection to the boy. And the fact that mommy didn't care. King Jeremy the wicked. Yep. You look like a Hagwood subcomp. 75 IQ required to chat. If you're stupid, just kick back and listen and try and absorb maybe a word or two that you don't understand. Maybe you'll be a little less stupid, but I would not type in the chat if you got sub 75, bro. And that's most of you, by the way. I actually looked into it. 60 is the number I should be using. 60% of Americans read at or below a 6th grade level. I've been undercutting it. I've been using numbers from 4 or 5 years ago that I remember. It's now 60. Updated sub-gump tirade. 60% of people functionally can't read in this country. You look like a Hagglewid. Sub-gump. Sub 75. Can't speak in here. See you later, John Wick. Alt number 5, by the way. That's 5. That's about 5 minutes per alt. It's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes to say 3 things. Are people salty over your tweets or something? Yeah, people are salty over my existence. How can he slap? That's basically that. People are salty that I'm successful, that I don't get canceled when I say shit that people consider to be wild, that I say whatever I want, and I continue to get paid for it. Yeah, people are fucking hella salty about that. Hella salty. And I don't blame them. I don't blame some of them. A lot of the people that are super salty about me got nothing going on in their lives. What right do I have to have a fun life? What right do I have to be successful doing something everybody wants to fucking do right now? Being an online content creator. What right do I have for that? They're just people that are just down bad. And look, if they can tear down a middling fucking podcaster and make them go crazy, yeah, that's one thing they accomplished. They can scratch that off their list and move to get a job so mom quits bothering me. you know? They had to cancel Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader because they couldn't find enough people who were. That's the reason that show doesn't happen anymore. They couldn't find enough people who could beat a fifth grade student. Dude, I will tell, dude, I got to tell you guys this, dude, and I don't even really know how to put this across. I think it's probably because the internet wasn't a big thing when I was a kid, but I got to tell you, man, the amount of player haters, that's what we used to call them, has functionally increased by a factor of like 10 in the dawn of the internet. Dude, people used to hate. There used to be these grimy motherfuckers that would hate you just because you were up, right? But they were a dime. They were like few and far between. Now they're a dime a dozen, bro. Just straight up. Maybe it's just concentrating the haters under one banner, but I'm just telling you, bro. It just has accelerated over the last 20 years to where now it's just like, dude, people are so down bad that if you present as a person who's got their own shit going on, makes their own decisions, they get jealous of that. That's what I think is behind it all. Is these people walk through their lives measuring their opinions against other people. Their biggest fucking fear is being wrong about something. I don't give a fuck about being wrong. I say what I think, and I think what I say, and that's that. And for some reason, I'm still fucking making plenty of money, still successful, right? See? Another one, Sub Gump. Man, look like Gaben. Sub Gump, dude. What I look like to you, and you trying to be clever with something that people have said a million times up in here, was more important to you than participating in this conversation. Sub Gump. You gotta go. Too stupid to be here. You must be at least this non-retarded to wide this wide. I keep telling you guys, just imagine a big cartoon chicken standing out in front of the fucking stream when you go to type, saying, if you are retarded, you will not be allowed on the wide. Imagine that in your head before you type any fucking thing in my chat. Because that's what's there. A cartoon fucking rooster standing there going like, hey, if you're retarded, you can't ride this wide. And you just get fucking dunked out. And that's all I have to say about that. That's all I have to say about that. What? Anybody think this guy look like Hagrid? Does anybody think this guy look like a Hagrid? He looked like a Harry Potter. He looked like SpongeBob. He looked like Pokemon. Must be this smart to ride this ride. He like Sasuke's older brother than Genjutsu. Sup, Gump? Sup, Gump? Squirrelies. I don't have any kids, so I'm not gonna need to daddy up any kids when I die of smoking. You have a striking resemblance to the Genjutsu in fair. Yeah, that's what I've heard, man. That's what I've heard. Sasuke's older brother, man. Paul streams are getting Kafkaesque again. When did they stop being Kafkaesque? That's what I want to know. Sasuke's older brother, the Genjutsu. So all you do is make comments about what people say to you. I'll give you an opinion about what people say they think about you. That is a run-on sentence. You must be at least this smart to ride the ride. You gotta go. A fourth grader would get a fucking red X on that sentence, bro. And a little red pen thing that says run-on sentence. Add commas and periods. Too stupid. Gotta go. Sorry. Never learned how to read and write? You gotta go. You can't speak to me. Pretty much anything I would bring up would fly right over your fucking head. And I'm not even that fucking smart. That's the sad thing. Dude, chuck on the Forever Man. Sub Gump. I sit around in the chat all day and I type about 15 Raffle Mayos. Sub Gump. Forrest Gump wouldn't waste his time doing it. I sit around the chat all day and I just jam on the Raffle Mayo. I just jam on the Raffle Mayo. I have nothing to add. So I just jam on the Raffle Mayo in a YouTube chat. Sub Gump. 75 IQ is what Gump is. If you can't meet that bar, you can't be up in here. Mama said they'd take me anywhere. She said they was my magic shoes. What's the IQ level of chatters today? We're bringing it up one band at a time. Yeah, we're bringing it up. One step at a time. I bought you some chocolates. I ate some. Mom was always telling me I need to get a job. I tell her that I'm a raid leader in World of Warcraft and that is a job, but she doesn't understand. I'm gonna be a Twitch streamer. Sub Gump. I'm gonna be a Twitch streamer. I'm gonna play World of Warcraft all day and be a Twitch streamer. Sub Gump. You gotta go. Sorry. Alt number 6. So now we're at 30 minutes. 30 minutes of free time. Down the drain for 5 comments. Let's get it. Mama told me that if I just keep making alts, saying the same thing, eventually people will notice me. Sub Gump. Mama said that if I come in and use a word like chode, people will notice me. So I made a bunch of alts so that I could come in and type, "What's up, chode?" Sub Gump. Sorry, you got to get escorted out, homie. You must be this smart to ride the ride. Sorry. You using a salt gun outside, lol. You use it inside? You sprinkle salt all over the inside of your house? Where? Huh? Are the QAnon bros that think the government is controlling the weather nuts? Yes. Easy question. Easy answer. 100% yes. They're retarded. Functionally retarded people. There can be no other possibility other than profound retardism. Beard looked like it hiding food in it. 75 IQ required to chat up in here, bro. Enjoy that band, though. Sub Gump. Mama told me that if I wanted to be clever, I needed to make non-clever comments on the internet. Sub Gump, bro. You gotta go. You gotta go. Sorry. I don't educate people for a living. If your fucking parents and the educational system failed you and you're one of the 60% that can't read, nothing I can do for you, homie. You gotta go. To-to-to-be, to-to-to-be, to-to-to-be-to-chat. To-to-to-be, but they never learn. Just watch how many of them line up to get in. It's like fucked, bro. I've tried to use the club line, but I know that you motherfuckers have never been to a club, so it doesn't really like resonate. So I've got to use the cartoon chicken standing out in front of the roller coaster. Y'all motherfuckers know what that is, if nothing else. You want to hear the club line? It was basically like, if you haven't chatted in here before, you are standing in line outside the club, and there's a big bouncer there looking at you and seeing if you fit the fucking vibe of the club. And when the first thing he sees is you going, Harry Potter, your ass is getting fucking tossed on the curb. Get out of line. You're not getting in here. See what I mean? But most of these motherfuckers have never been in a club line, so it doesn't hit right. So we got to go with, you must be this tall to ride the bumper cows. That's what they get. They get that. I don't want to be in your awful club. You never got to step in it. See ya. Your ass fucking popped up and got fucking hammered out in the line. You never got to see the inside. With the club. See? With the club. Is that like where Sasuke and his friends in Naruto go and eat mochi and drink boba tea? Is that the club? Excuse me, what's the club? Is that something you have to leave the house for? My friends were gonna go to the club, but there's a $20 cover charge, and I asked my mom for $20, and she told me that I had to wait till next month for my allowance. So I didn't get to go to the club. Frowny face. I didn't get to go to the club because my mom would have give me $20. Sub Gump, I used to repeatedly ask pop culture questions on the old streaming channel. It took a temp ban for me to realize I was being obnoxious. Damn. You actually learned? That's crazy, bro. How did you do that? You actually like picked up on the what people were putting down and read the room and stopped being a moron? That's crazy, bro. How did you do that? You learned to read the room and socialize? Whoa, bro. Are you a superhero? Damn, bro. How did that happen? People say there's no point to me banning people. Look at that. Flip that guy right around. Now he knows not to be retarded. One less retard that you're dealing with out in public. What do you think about that? Oh my God, these motherfuckers, bro. Come here. I don't get it, man. It's like a fucking pestilential swarm of flies right now. They're just everywhere. I've killed 20 today. And I can't roll a joint without them flying all over my feet, my legs. I mean, it's just like unbelievable. Come on, get some. Yeah, there you go. There you go. You think that landing spot was a good spot now? You think my feet might be off fucking limits and my legs now that I've killed another fucking 6 of you? Any more? Pieces of shit. Yep, now there's one back. I'm about to pick up the joint to keep rolling it, and there's one back. Unbelievable, bro. I cannot fucking wait for winter, bro. Oh my God. It's so fucking great. It's gonna be so great. THCA? No, dude. Well, I guess. I don't use that crazy, like, how to get around my stupid southern state and smoke pseudo weed shit. I'm in California. I smoke real weed. I don't need THCB and THC, whatever, Delta 8, all that bullshit. They don't even sell it in California. It's illegal. It's illegal to sell that shit here. Yeah, let me just go take a bath in Pine Sol real quick. That'll fucking kill these flies. That'll kill all these flies. Sup, my dude? Is it possible to send you a beat? No. These dumbass southern states don't even know how much money in taxes they're missing out on. I'm aware. Dude, me and my friends went out. One of my friends had one of them Delta 8 vapes, and I swear to God, we got a head change off of that shit. Man, we got a head change off of that Delta 8. It's like, oh my God, you country bumpkin fuck. Waga waga na na na. Omae o mo shinderu. No ho 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 ho. Waga naga la. Wada natsa jinzuri. Doro kanji no won soda wo bo wo no waga naga wuda. I work in a cannabis extraction lab, and the other compounds of THC are very interesting to research. Neat. Arigato gozaimasu. I'm not saying anything. I'm just making words up, trying to sound like an anime villain. Watashi wa haga waga nagu. Soon recreational dispensaries will open up here in Ohio. So excited. You guys could have had that 10 years ago if you weren't retarded, but I'm glad you're finally getting it. Yeah, no joke. 10 years ago, you guys could have had legal recreational, but retarded ass Ohio didn't vote for it. I got sold Delta 8 once. Yeah, fuck that. Is Holland ahead of everyone decriminalizing weed in the 70s? Yeah, probably. Isn't Delta for goats only? I don't think Delta is for human. I mean, humans consume it. Have you considered voice acting before? No. Legal weed is popular in southern states. The politicians that won't pass it anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Brianna. Stop living in a poo-poo state. You have any thoughts on horse tranquilizers? No, I don't. I do have thoughts on people that ask stupid questions, though. And those have been made clear earlier. You might be new here, but you're about to learn, like, what the penalty for stupid questions is. Every time I see you in a live, I think of my uncle. You could be his doppelganger. I don't care. That was just a waste of my time to even read. What am I supposed to say to that? Like, oh, cool. A waste of my time to read. Don't type it. Read the room. You're not even a character in here, so nobody cares what your uncle looks like. You feel me? We good? Come on. Go land over there. Another one bites the dust. I wonder how long it would take me to get 100 fly kills just sitting out here. Another one bites the dust. I have to have 25 today. 26. Imagine being on your 4th account mad about something on the internet. Imagine that shit, bro. Imagine being 4, 5, 6 accounts deep because you mad on the internet. Woof. Couldn't be me. Could never be me. Okay. I finally don't hear the buzzing of flies. The latest assault wave is dead. Are you conservative? No. $700. If it's 700, I'm moving to. Huh? Oh, man. I just answered that I'm not a conservative. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Has it, like, I just need to remind, you must be this smart to chat in here, okay? If you pipe up and I can't understand what you're fucking saying because you've never learned how to communicate with people, I'm not going to educate you. You're going to just get banned. So I would run anything that you fucking put in there through like a spell checker, get Grammarly to help fill out the sentence or something, because like I ain't having it, dude. If you type like a cave person, you can go find another cave person to sit in their fucking chat, bro. Unga bunga. Unga bunga. May I ask about something? You may ask about anything. The woke mind virus. It's on the woke mind virus. I think that functionally, humanity needs to reach Mars, or the light of consciousness will be extinguished. Yeah. And so that's my goal, is to get humanity to Mars. Paul produced the salt in his gun. No, I did not. The woke mind virus. Any updates on your moving situation? Nope. You guys will, like, I don't know why you need to ask me for updates. I will give you updates when there are updates. You guys get to hear shit about 6 or 7 weeks after shit happens. And that'll be that. What's your kill count so far? It's got to be pushing 30 today. It's got to be. It's fucking wild. A pestilential swarm of flies today. I'm waiting for this this latest batch that have found their way over here somehow to settle. And then I'm going to kill them too. There's one right there. There's one right here. Get off my arm and go land over there. Go get in the cone of fire. You know how this works? You land somewhere nearby, I blow your wings off, you wander around hobbled until something comes by and eats you. That's how this works. Come get it. Another one bites the dust. Here's another one. Dead. Come on, buddy. Who's next? Every band user reincarnates himself as a fly to annoy you again. Probably, yeah. Get some frogs. Yeah, I should just raise frogs. That's a good point. Okay, okay. All right. We're still here. Nah, I want them frogs what shoot their tongue out and snatch flies. I want to train them to just sit still on me and flies all day. Citronella is really bad for your pets. And Dinar chills out here with me quite a bit, so I can't do citronella. But yeah, that's what I want, dude. I want a little fucking like a pair of frogs, one on each shoulder, and they're just like my air defense. They just tango down, tango down, tango down, tango down. You have a pixie frog named Sweet Pea. Aw, Sweet Pea. I could have named you Sweet Pea. I think Sweet Pea would have fit you for a name. Sweet Pea. Are you a Sweet Pea, D? Are you a Sweet Pea? Hold on. We want to see you. Are you a Sweetie Bo Petey? Are you a Sweet Pea? I think you are a Sweet Pea. I think you would have been a Sweet Pea. I think you would have been a good Sweet Pea. I think you would have made a good Sweet Pea. What do you think? Oh, that fly. Snip him. Snip that fly. Don't let that fly bother you. Snip him. Snip that fly. Yeah, Dinor is a handsome gentleman. Sorry, D. You might have gotten a little sprinkle there, but I'm sniffing these flies. Sniff it. Sniff that one. It's bugging you. Sniff it. Yeah, dude. Dinor's the best, man. I want to see Pimp Monk report live from the eye of the storm. There's one crazy storm out here. It sure is. Wind is blowing hella hard, y'all. I'm soaked. There's hella rain, man. Yes, it sure is. What am I smoking on? I honestly don't. Oh, it's right here. Biscotti latte. I'm gonna have to up the fucking war. I'm gonna have to get one of those electric bug lamps and just hang it here and just zap everything that fucking comes near it. Oh fuck. Oh man, I wish I would have had this cocked when I needed it. I had a real slow flying one that I could have knocked out of the sky. I have a friend right in the path of Milton, and the bro said he's just gonna ride it out. Some people are just, yeah. I mean, the bro might be dead. If Milton continues to strengthen or slows down at all over the Gulf and just continues to build strength before it makes landfall, this could be like one of the worst natural disasters in modern history. I mean, it has the potential to be absolutely devastating. Milton has been upgraded to a 5. And there are weathermen, like meteorologists and climatologists and shit, who are pushing for it to be categorized as a 6. There are wind gusts of something like 220 miles an hour last night. That just blows away records. Yeah. Come on. Where you got it? Where you want it? How you want it? Quick or slow? I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it? Yeah. No, it's. I mean, the projections have it making landfall as a Cat 4, which is a devastatingly huge hurricane. But there's a distinct possibility that it could make landfall as a Cat 5, and that's fucking insane. The worst thing to have to worry about is giant earthquake. Oh, and forest fires. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you want things to worry about, there's plenty of things to worry about everywhere, bro. An earthquake is more devastating than a hurricane, theoretically. A large enough earthquake is going to do way more damage than a hurricane could hope to. Way quicker. Snip it. Snip him. He's right there. Snip him. All right, D. I'm getting pestered. You're getting pestered. I've had enough. Let's go. We're done. We're done.